Hello, beautiful viewers. Welcome to the third half, the FSN podcast that discusses everyday football. Our show starts when the referee blows the finals. My name is Melvin, and I'm your host on the show. On today's episode, we have two very capable legs and hands, and we're teammates. Funny enough, for last year's Mini League, if I remember correctly.
2 minutes ago, yeah.
2 minutes. And sadly, today they're representing different teams.
Okay.
We have Kazeem. Let me let you introduce yourself.
My name is Kazeem, popularly known as Kazeem. I'm currently representing Avengers for this podcast.
My name is Haya Solomon Osage, aka Solex, the captain for Blazers 2025.
Good to have you guys on the show.
You're welcome.
Straight away, going into the questions. Let's keep it as short as possible. I'll not be doing a lot of talking, so the rest is up to you guys. I guess that's why we're having the show. So the first question here is: would you rather have the best top con forward or the best top con defender as your first pick?
Okay. Coming from a striker's perspective, I prefer to have a top con striker first because, as we all know, goals will win you the tournament. Scoring goals will win you the tournament. I'm not saying that your defense does not matter, but just have to score and the goals first, if you ask me.
Okay, for me, I will speak from a defensive perspective. As a defender, I would rather have a top con strikers. Being a defender, I know I'm already a plus to my team, so I'd rather have a top con striker than to have a top con defender.
Very interesting perspectives. Who is that one King Kong player that you think is overrated?
To me, I will feel Zibbs. I feel Zibbs overrated.
Zibbs a King Kong or top Kong this?
He's a King Kong.
Oh, okay.
The King Kong. I think Zibbs overrated.
So he should be a Kong Lao.
It should be.
Or he should not even be in the league at all.
Okay. Don't quote me.
Okay.
I just feel he's overrated though.
Okay, fair enough. What would you say, Cousin?
Actually, there's been like a lot of ongoing buzz and conversations around the selections for cons and all. But particularly for me, it does not really matter. But the controversial one there that we are still having conversation around is Ashake being a top con.
Are you sure you want to start this conversation?
If you ask me, he has been consistent and he's the most improved player, if you ask me.
But I thought the question is not about King Kong, not top con. So why are we going there?
Okay, it's King Kong, not top con.
Not top con.
Okay.
King Kong is like, he brought a lot of ammunition to this. Just keep calm. Okay, so despite that being overrated, would you still draft them?
No, there's a controversy on that. There's a controversy on that.
No, we're not talking about the Ashake.
I don't want us to go into it.
Would you draft Zibbs in your team? You just said he's overrated. Would you still draft him into your team?
Of course, yes, I will.
Okay.
I will.
So you like to draft
I will.
overrated player?
Don't get me wrong. He's a good player.
Okay.
But when it comes to constitution, at times, you normally shy off. Something like that.
Yeah, fair enough. So I'm sure you have, hearing you guys talk, I think you guys have an idea of the kind of team you want to pick already. You have your idea of which King Kong, which top Kong. I know it's a blind pick, but I know I know someone like Solomon always wants them to open our eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were,
I wanted to correct you when you said the kind of team we want to pick. We're not picking our team. They're giving us team with a blind pick.
Let's call it your dream team.
It's even dream. It's not dream.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever team you come up with. Now, if you don't get the players you wish you could get, what is your backup plan?
Is to go to transfer markets.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, if you ask me, you would always not get the team that you are looking at, but you can work with the material that you have. You have players, you have footballers who come every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, to give in their all. So not having the team does not limit your factor. You have to just strategize with what you have. Going to the transfer market, you might still get a player who would come into the team and still flop. Don't quote me wrong. And you can still get a player who would come into the team, make an impact, and help other players improve.
So in other words, you want to play the long game. So it sounds like you're going to do a lot of panic buys.
I disagree with you on that. You can't just say because the player comes in week in, week out, then for that reason the player should be playing the league or should be being on your team. That is a no-no for me. Because when it comes to mini league, everybody wants to win. We all know that. Irrespective of the team I pick on the pot, I want to win as a player. I also want to win as a captain. So everybody wants to win. The zeal and energy for everybody to win is there. So I can't just go to the pot blindly and pick any kind of player simply because the player comes to the league, player comes to play football Saturday and Sunday in FSN. For that reason, the player should be seated where the player is seated, and I'll go to the port and pick any kind of player, and I'll say, do what you have. No, it doesn't work like that.
Don't you think this will lead to panic buys? So don't you think you
at
end
the
up,
end
just
of
like Kazeem said, don't you think you end up buying a player that turns out to be a flop in his words? I'm quoting him now. Okay, from my own
good part-
perspective, consistency. No matter how bad you are, if you are consistent, there are chances that you are fit because of you turning up week in, week out. You can rather have a Messi who comes to play once in 2 or 3 months without fitness. The game is going to be a long ride. It's just one half and that's all. We are going into, let's say, 14 or 16 games, and you need people with good legs, mindset, and the able body to do this job. It's not just about he's a good player. No, everybody's a good player, if you ask me. The work rate would show for itself. If you are not fit, we can see. And we need fitness. Regardless of the talent that you have, you need to be fit. Regardless of the talent that you have. So going by consistency, you will definitely get the result. You will definitely get the result.
Thank you very much. I think that settles this mini debate. So let's move on to the next section. And on this section, I will be asking you guys. I'll be putting you on the spot. Actually, I'll be asking you guys to name your ideal team, your ideal 11 that you're ready to go to war with. Like, you know, if I get these guys, I'm surely winning the mini league this year. So I think I like to hear Solo's list first. Like, I have my yellow card with me. Don't forget to. But I'd like to hear your list.
Okay, for me, my first 11 will be myself, Omeni, Phil Black, Charlie. No, he's the captain, so I'm
OGs.
I'm not.
It sounds like an OG team
I'm
already.
to pick a captain, so I would rather go with Phil Black on my right. Then I will have Wale Bello is there, so I will even still prefer Iman can still play that position for me. Then for 4 position, Coded is a very good player. All right, Coded, and I'll have Melvin and Chisha by the side.
Am I part of the mini league?
Oh, you are part of the main league. I'll have Melvin and Chisha by the side. That's about 6. On my flag, I will have a Tobat. On the other side, a Tunshi, Henry. Henry is there. Then I will have my top forward. I will prefer to play with Owa and Kozi. Yeah,
I think I know.
that's my first 11.
Okay, for me, so collective effort, I'd rather go with Chicha and Keke as my 2 center back. Regardless of how they've seeded it, my right back, I'll prefer to have Nador. My left back, I'll prefer to have.
It's not on the list.
Nador is not on the list.
Oh, you just said dream. You never said according to what we have. So
Fair enough.
it's still part of the
Fair
dream.
enough.
So my left back, most likely, Black is comfortable on both sides. I can have him on the left or either ways. So my number 4 is going to be a coded, and if I cannot get a coded, I need somebody like
just stick to one.
Zips, preferably. I would never go for last. Trust me on that. So I have
Comrade.
I want to have a donor, and I can even have Shy Virgin as my number 4. I would want to have a donor and Melvin as the 2 attacking midfielders. On the right side, I prefer to have El Jabs on the left side or right side. Then Tunchi, then this new black.
I think
striker.
his name.
Yeah, as my number 9. Or Ige.
Sounds like another interesting team there. So those teams sound more like an OG team than yours, but fair enough. We'll wait for the mini league to see who's who gets their dream team possibly and who gets to perform better in the mini league. So I found your teams very interesting, trust me. And if I was going to pick, I'll say I want to play for Solo's team. I don't like your team, cousin. Your choice, though. Your choice, though. So I think I have one very interesting topic. I want to shake tables a bit. You've been part of the mini league for how many years now, Kazeem?
This is my 3rd year.
The 3rd year, yeah. Solo, I think you've been there from inception, yeah. How many times have you won the league in those 2 years?
Are you asking me this question?
I don't know.
Actually, no medal yet.
No medals. Wow. That's sad. Solo, how many medals do you have?
I have 1 goal.
Why are you looking at him?
He has no medal.
Okay, fair enough. I like where this is heading.
That was not.
Yeah. We get the idea. So in your years of playing the mini league, what moments would you say was either instrumental or detrimental to the performance of your team? In other words, what points would you say, okay, if I could go back in time, I would like to change this because this would probably have won my team the medal.
If I would go back in time, I would just wish I win that semi-final
Against which team?
against Canada.
You're dreaming, but carry on.
Yes, I would just wish it during that game
Okay.
because that would have changed the whole narrative. And to be honest, it's still like what I decided. If I still have to go back on that transfer, I'll still go to your girls if you have to.
But in other words, you've not changed anything.
No, I'm saying, you don't get. I said I would prefer
Mhm.
to win the semi-finals against Wakanda. That's what I will go back in time to
change.
So my decision for ditching Wakanda still remains constant. That's what I'm trying to focus on that.
Yeah, but so my question is more like changing a moment that actually happened during the league.
Yeah, the semi-final happened against Wakanda.
Yeah, so what you're doing is you're generalizing now. If that's the case, I could tell you too that last year I wish that I did not play a certain match during the league, but I want you to pick like specific moments. If you okay, let me give you an example. Let me speak for myself. An example was the pass I gave to Femi in the semi-final. I gave him a pass. Everybody said I should have gone for goal myself, but I felt like all the defenders were on me. There's an open player. I gave him the ball. But if I could change something there, I would have gone for goal myself. So I think I would rather you pick a moment in time, a defining factor, something you remember so much and wish you could change.
It's still like in that game because I think I had a close chance of shooting at hard as a cannonball. I was conscious of not.
And does it place the ball? Yeah, the European player.
Yeah.
Precision over. That's why you don't have.
It was like a lofted pass, like a loose pass from Jason in front of the ball. So I can still like remember very well.
Yeah, it must have pained you. That's why you remember it this clearly.
To be honest, like I just wish I that particular.
Nice one. What would your moments be? So
For me, is 2022 maybe. When I was in about when you play with my teammate. No, I was talking about when I was in twins.
Mhm.
When I was in twins, at the early stage of the mini league, we were leading with about. I think it's different from about 8 or 9 points difference. So I thought we won the league already. I thought we were already there. We were topping the table. So the next thing I was thinking at that point in time was that, okay, my permutation, I thought, okay, no team be able to get to this point again where we are. We're already topping the table. So the next thing I was looking at the semi-final and the final. So I started doing permutation, thinking about who's the best team to do the semi-final.
I think everybody knows you as Mr. Permutation because that's what you're always doing on the group too with us.
Cracking my head. So I felt that there's this team called Dolphins. Dolphins was the easiest team that very time to beat. So, but my competition, I just said, okay, Dolphins can win this match so that we can. I just decided Dolphins can win this match against us. Then we'll meet them in semi-final. The semi-final we can. Is that no match fixing? And get to the final. No, I didn't negotiate with anybody in Dolphins.
I don't think it counts as match fixing.
It's not match fixing. It's me calculating it myself. I was just thinking, okay, probably Dolphins win in this group stage. We can meet them in semi-final. Since it's first place third, they can come in as third, and since we're right at the top of the table, we play the third person, which is supposed to be Dolphin. So I just with the match. I didn't go all seriousness all out to play the match. I just went. In fact, that night I think I came from the club to play. I wasn't too serious, but just played. It was Saturday morning, too. We played it anyhow. Dolphin won, and we got to the semi-final, and they won us 2 goals to 1. It was a terrible moment for me. I could not imagine my head. I started fighting with practically all my teammates. I was like, this is the easiest thing to beat. That's a repercussion from the decision. Yeah, you can say that. Allow them qualify. You can say that they are worthy of the semi-final. That's why I'm saying now that I regretted my action. I'm saying that I regretted my action. If they are worthy of the same way they will let Wakanda, you are just okay. No, it's my decision to. It's my decision, not yours.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Melvin.
It was all wishes and dreams. So I don't know why you guys are arguing over things you can't change. Thanks very much, guys. It was really fun having you guys on the show. Thank you very much, Solex. I wish you all the best in Mini League. I wish I get to play.
I still want to play for him. Of course.
No, actually.
He knows I'm a good player.
No. Yeah, good player, but not. Solo's picks are always very.
So it's a blind pick anyway.
Yeah, but you said you're going to transfer markets. You can decide you want to go and buy Ashake.
I'll sell him.
Well. That's up to you. I wish you all the best in the Mini League. Thanks for coming on the show. Thank you out there to the viewers for watching this very episode, and we'll be back soon with another interesting episode. Don't forget, it's the third half, an FSN podcast.